right, guys, we're back with another video on today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're going to talk about the backup quarterback situation in Detroit. Why has Brad Holmes not addressed it yet? Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, so pretty much, man, it's been weeks and weeks and weeks of speculation on what Brad Holmes is really doing. And pretty much a lot of the quarterbacks that you wanted to back up Jared Goff have been pretty much taken already. We're talking about some of the solid quarterbacks like Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, those type of guys. They have already been taken. They're already on their teams. Even Sam Darnold, that was on Carolina, is with the 49ers now. You did have Cam Newton out there working out and trying to get back into the league and was showing off his arm at the Auburn Pro Day. I don't know if Cam will get back into the league, but, that wouldn't be a bad option as well. Most people say that Cam has a big voice and it'll be a distraction for him to come to Detroit. I say, give it a shot. Why not? Detroit needs everything. Pretty much Detroit has the league on notice right now. I'm going to say it like that. A lot of people have been saying a lot of great things about Detroit lately, and this is not the norm. Normally people would not be making all these videos on the Detroit Lions, and I'm talking about people that are not even fans of the Lions. If you look around, there's just so many people with high expectations for the Detroit Lions, man, and rightfully so. These guys were hot last year, ended up winning the last 8 out of 10 games. So I can understand why they're getting this type of attention nationally. But definitely, man, Brad Holmes definitely needs to get a backup quarterback. There's a lot of speculation on what Brad Holmes is doing. Is he playing a game of chess? And what is he going to do? Now, a lot of fans, they're going to probably be in an uproar if the Lions walk away with a quarterback as the first pick. We don't know what Brad Holmes is up to. We still don't have a backup quarterback. They still have not addressed it yet. And they can address it. They've been creating cap space and things of that nature, and they still can address it. I don't think that they want to pay the backup quarterback a lot of money anyway. Maybe $1 or $2 million, something like that, will be something that they will be trying to look to pay, or the veteran minimum to a backup quarterback. But, maybe the Lions are thinking something totally different. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to walk away with the quarterback that they want. There's guys that, that we can talk about, the Tanner McKees, the Hendon Hookers. You have Malik Cunningham, you have Max Duggan, and you have Jake Hayner from Fresno State. There's a lot of other quarterbacks that you can talk about. These guys are being weird. This quarterback class is kind of weird a little bit, because it's just the main 4 guys being talked about, and that's Bryce Young, who pretty much did well yesterday at his pro day. You got him being talked about. You have C.J. Stroud being talked about, which I think that C.J. Stroud will be a Carolina Panther. I think that C.J. Stroud is going number 1, and I think that Bryce could end up going number 2, or he could end up sliding down to the Lions. Never know. No, I'm just joking. But Seattle has kind of got their head in there saying that they are willing to take a quarterback as well. So you don't know. So the only thing that I can say, if that is the case and the Lions are drafting a quarterback in the first round, then they're probably going to have to go up to 3 to get a quarterback, whether it be Will Levis, whether it be Anthony Richardson, which Anthony Richardson has all the talent in the world, and pretty much a lot of people are writing this kid off already. Hasn't played a snap in the NFL, but just dogging the kid. And people fail to realize that Josh Allen was not that great at Wyoming. Go back and look at the track record of Josh Allen, who everybody loves right now, who everybody talks about every single season as one of the top 5 quarterbacks, Josh Allen. When Josh Allen came out, he was not that great with his accuracy as well, of throwing the football. And then when he first came into the league, the first 2 years, he kind of struggled a little bit at Buffalo. But now he's gotten better, and now he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. You just can't write people off, man, just because they did not have the best collegiate career. You can't just write these kids off. Everybody deserves an opportunity to play. You don't know what type of player they're going to be in the NFL, but once they suit up, then you can start making your assessments of the player. But until then, give these guys an opportunity to grow. Now, Anthony Richardson is a intriguing prospect because of, not just talking about the combine warrior numbers that he put up, but the size that he has is very interesting. The arm that he has, but it's just being able to clean up his mechanics and being able to be accurate with the football. That's something that Anthony Richardson can get better at and work at and get better. Now, I'm not saying that Anthony Richardson is going to be the quarterback for the Detroit Lions or anything like that. It could be Will Levis. It could be any of these guys. Hendon Hooker. I don't know what the Lions are thinking. But what we do know is that the Detroit Lions do not have a quarterback right now. The Lions need to get a quarterback. I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know how long we're going to continue to wait. But if you feel like Matt Ryan is the guy that can come in here and back up Jared Goff, then so be it. You know, if you feel like Teddy Bridgewater is one of those guys that can come in who can keep the team afloat if Jared Goff gets hurt, then so be it. You know, you bring that guy in. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, that the Detroit Lions are playing a game of chess right now because a lot of us as fans, we don't know what Brad Holmes is thinking. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't even know if he's going to even entertain trading up or trading down. We don't know. But what you do know is that you still got to fill that quarterback spot. You still need a backup quarterback. Maybe the Lions are thinking for the future and saying, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a quarterback in this draft. You know, Brad Holmes has already mentioned that they will be looking at the quarterback position. So, and I know a lot of people are pretty much, you know, happy with what Jared Goff has been doing. And Jared Goff has been box office. I can't not take that away from Jared Goff. Jared Goff played, he played really well, especially towards the back end of the season. Now, when the season first started, he was a little shaky a little bit when they started off like 1-6. But then he got better towards the end, and he looked it really well towards the end of the season. And if Jared Goff puts up another season like he put up, you're going to have to pay him. And we're talking about anywhere from 45 to 50 million. And I don't think that Jared Goff is taking a hometown discount. That's not going to happen. He's going to want to get paid, just like any other quarterback that's been out there performing. You know, Jared Goff is looking at the contract of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, who's pretty much a mediocre or a average quarterback, getting paid the money that he's getting with the Giants. You don't think that Jared Goff is going to want to cash out? He's going to want to cash out big time. Because if you're giving Daniel Jones upwards of 40 million, what you think Jared Goff going to get? And Jared Goff is better than him. So it's going to be something, man, to see what these Detroit Lions are up to and what they're going to do. You know, that's my biggest thing. What is Brad Holmes thinking? What is on his mind right now? I want to know, man. I want to pick the mind of Brad Holmes, man, and see what is really going on, because we do need a backup quarterback. I know everybody knows that we need interior alignment on the defensive line. We need a defensive tackle. Maybe you could take another edge guy, things of that nature. We also need a linebacker as well. But this backup quarterback spot has not been it's not been filled yet. So what are they thinking? Are they thinking on the lines that, okay, we're gonna eventually take our, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna eventually take one of these guys from the free agency, or are we gonna do it through the draft? And when you look at it, they're pretty much backing themselves up in a corner, and it's looking like it's going to be a draft guy that they're going to take to mold and shape to be the number 2 quarterback. Now, I could be wrong, but the way this thing is shaping out and the way that days are passing by, because, you know, the draft is right around the corner. I mean, they still have an opportunity right now to pick up a Teddy Bridgewater, Cam Newton, a Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, and some of these guys you may not even want, a Brandon Allen. Some of these guys, most of those guys that I saw as backup quarterbacks, Trevor, Simeon, and guys like that, you really don't want those guys. Let's face it. As a Detroit Lion fan, you don't want most of those. Go and look at the quarterback list, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Most of the solid quarterbacks besides Teddy Bridgewater have been taken. And I know that Teddy Bridgewater has the experience of coming in winning games, because he did it with the Saints. He did it with playing with Miami. He's did it with a lot of different teams, man, coming in and backing up and playing and performing pretty good as being a backup quarterback. Because at first, you thought that Teddy Bridgewater would be a household name, but because of his injuries, he never came that household name in the NFL. So now he's pretty much a journeyman at the quarterback spot. So I just want to know, man, what the Lions are really, really thinking. They have pretty much at this point gotten themselves into a corner, and now you're trying to figure out how they're going to come out of this corner swinging. Are the Lions going to trade up with the Arizona Cardinals and go up and try to take a quarterback that way? Or are they going to stay at 6 and just take whoever comes their way? You know, a lot of speculation of Hendon Hooker being taken with that 18th pick overall, because teams are on a panic mode to be able to get a quarterback. Teams will panic, you know, because I think the Raiders are still trying to get a quarterback. Seattle couldn't get a quarterback. A lot of these teams still want quarterbacks. Quarterback is still a position of need for a lot of these teams. So I just want to know what Brad Holmes is thinking, because I'm thinking on the lines of the line that if he keeps waiting, then pretty much that's a great indication that he's looking at the draft to get his quarterback, whether it be a first round quarterback or whether it be the mid to late round finding a quarterback. I think that they've come to the point of no return pretty much, you know, as far as what they're going to do. Their backs is against the wall and time is ticking away. And either you're going to sign one of these guys to back up Jared Goff, or you're going to go into the draft and you're going to find that quarterback of the future to be able to be behind Jared Goff. So, all right, guys, this is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back to you soon with another video. Peace.